Welcome back to Bay Sunday. We're talking dance now and a special performance that looks at a crucial time in the history of India. Joining us is Nadhi Thekkek and Rupy. Welcome to Bay Sunday.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So tell us about this performance that you guys are preparing for.
What we're doing is a dance theater production. It includes classical Indian dance, Bharatanatyam, and it also includes Indian miniature painting by Rupy, and we're bringing them together to tell stories that we think are relatable to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. So Broken Seeds Still Grow, inspired by the 1947 partition of India. So it looks back at the history and the division between Pakistan and India.
Mm-hmm. I think it also looks back at the people who were involved in that whole mass displacement of 15 million people and 1 million who were killed. So we have sourced eyewitness accounts from the 1947 Partition Archive, and that's where we started off. And eventually those accounts ended up relating to us and our current life when we all felt a loss of homeland and kind of a loss of belonging with the current political climate. And we're hoping that that's where we can draw inspiration from the stories of people like my grandparents who were involved in that refugee displacement. And bring it back to what it means to us today to belong to America and claim this as our homeland.
Tell me a little bit about the paintings that you do and how you're going to incorporate that into the dance performance as well.
And this is, this is a great question because this is what we were not struggling with. We really wanted to do it in a way where the dance and the paintings are layering the narrative and not necessarily explaining each other. So if Nadhi is doing a gesture through mime, which Bharatanatyam is so uniquely known for, the paintings are not necessarily explaining what she's doing, but they're also just adding another layer of emotion. So when the audiences are going to be served this, it's going to be enjoying almost a different layer of dessert. So it'll be, getting one thing and getting it more and getting spoken word on top of that. So we're hoping they will have multi-dimensional perspective on that story.
Nadhi, tell me a little bit about the choreography and the traditional dance that you're performing.
Sure. I mean, the dance, I think it's quite fun to watch. There's a lot of hand gestures and facial expressions, and those are used to tell different kinds of stories. And we really wanted to use Bharatanatyam to tell stories that we know of, and of Rupy's personal family history, of what we read in the archive, and really relating it back to what we're experiencing now in today's time. And I think art gives us the power to do that, to reflect on what's going on around us. So that's how we're using it. And
both of you, I know you're passionate about the arts. You started as scientists. How did you come to this point where you decided to kind of give up that and then dedicate your lives to performing arts?
I mean, we both had our own personal reasons for doing it, but I think eventually the art forms that we're pursuing are these beautiful art forms, but they also come with these creative limitations or rules. For me, as just a person who's obsessed with methodology, the art form I do, traditional Indian miniature painting, involves so much methodology where I'm actually crafting my own pigments and grinding them and working on the paper and crafting that as well. So all those little details and little steps that are quite obsessive really attracted me to it. So I think that transition eventually was made easier because I was so passionate about an art form that is almost a dying art form for me. Yeah.
And Nadhi, you have to be passionate about what you do. You have to worry about the details.
I do, and I worry a lot about the details all the time. And I do definitely give credit to my teachers, my gurus. I started learning in the Bay Area here in San Jose from my teacher, Sundara Swaminathan, and I learned in Houston and in India, and I feel like they're the ones who instilled this great passion of the arts in me. And I feel like that's really what's pushing me forward and trying to preserve some of it, but also use it to reflect on what's going on in our lives.
What makes this original score for Broken Seeds Still Grow so special?
I think what's amazing, the composer, G.S. Rajan, he has a real gift and knack for putting the emotion that we're trying to express into music, into raga music. And it's quite magical. He's able to take a piece, for instance, there's a piece that I say, oh, it needs to be hopeful and nostalgic, but also a little sad, and it's quite a specific emotion I'm looking for, but he's able to capture it in a few notes and really tell a story with his music. And it's live, the music is live, so it's going to be a kind of back and forth between the dancers and the musicians, and that's going to be really exciting as well.
Live performances are the best.
Yeah, no,
right? It keeps you on your toes.
Yes, and it's really, for the audience, it's just really that much more engaging.
Tell me a little bit about this challenge for you. You guys are doing this. Is this the first time you're doing something as big as this type of performance?
I think this is the first time I'm collaborating with performing artists, for sure, and just as world of performing arts is so dynamic.
Thank you so much for joining us here today. Remember, Broken Seeds Still Grow is playing November 16th through the 19th at the Flight Deck in Oakland. For tickets, go to brokenseeds.com. And that is it for this week. Be sure to visit our website. It's cbssf.com/Bay Sunday. We hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching Bay Sunday.